Good morning, fellow champions of the world. Stephen here, the day after Manchester City secured an historic fifth trophy of 2023. We are the best team in all the land and all the world, and it feels good on this Christmas Eve day. It really does. How are you all doing today? Are you well? I'm feeling festive today. I got the jumper on. I'm feeling particularly blue. I'm feeling very good. I'm feeling very happy, and it's just sort of finally sinking in this morning just what it feels like to watch your team win the lot. I want to talk about it today and just talk about what it means to be a Manchester City fan today and what it means for this Manchester City side and where do we go from here, because I think it's fair to say this feeling right now, hold on to it as long as you can always, because this feeling is a rare feeling. We've just won our fifth trophy in one single calendar year. Of course, it started with the Premier League, followed up by 30,000 bucket hats, then Gundogan scored to win the FA Cup. And of course, the Champions League to complete an historic treble, Rodri scoring the winner. Super Cup victory at the start of the season, and now we've won the FIFA Club World Cup over in Saudi Arabia. It's ridiculous. It really is absolutely special. No English team has ever won all those trophies before in one season. It's quite remarkable what this team has accomplished. We are the Club World Cup champions. We are the greatest team in all the land and all the world. We've sang it for years, but it is now factually true. By every single metric is true, and it really is quite a special achievement. Do not let anyone put it down. Do not let anyone tell you anything other than the truth, that this is really something to write home about and remember. Now, I know it's early as well on a Saturday, so most people are in bed right now and sleeping, but I want to get out with the family, so I wanted to jump on this morning, reflect on last night a little bit more, and just sort of take it in. I want to enjoy it a little bit. Hello to people in the chat, by the way. William, Quintuple, Tom, Sean, please do say hello. Please give this video a like and subscribe. 8 more subscribers, just the 8 more subscribers to 68,900. 108 more to 69,000, which I'd like to get to maybe by the end of today. So if you want to help support the channel, once again, you log in with your backup account, subscribe from your dog's account, your mum's account, your aunt's account, your neighbours, your postmans, your milkmans, whoever, your bosses. Subscribe to the channel and spread the word and give the video a like while you're at it, because that is absolutely worth it, isn't it? Last night was a night that, obviously, for me personally, and for you guys, a lot of you guys, we were just sat at home watching a game of football on a Friday night. It wasn't the most explosive nights because, of course, it was miles away over in Saudi Arabia. But it was a night for me of reflection. After City won that last night, I sat there last night in front of the fire with a rum and coke, just thinking about what this club has achieved and where we've come from. And it felt really good. It felt really nice just watching it all unfold and seeing the players once again. Just love their time as Manchester City players and revel in this victory, because, look, it really is special. It really is a quite remarkable accomplishment. And they're back in Manchester now, by the way, which is wonderful. And the good news is, by the way, if you hadn't already noticed, Rodri is absolutely fine. I'll go through all the sort of the news and the quotes as well. There was some slightly scary quotes from Pep, which I think have been slightly misinterpreted. There was this quote, though. Rodri has said he'd be fit for Everton, which is what you want to hear. He said he'd be fit for Everton to Sky. He left the Club World Cup final stadium in Jeddah with a slight strapping on his right knee, but was walking normally. Said the tackle was one of the worst experiences of his career and that he almost cried, but he's absolutely fine. Wonderful stuff. That's what you love to see. He was bouncing up and down on the podium as well. So it looks like Rodri's fine. It looks like there's no severity to it at all. You never know, because I'm a bit worried, because obviously swelling can come up the day after. But largely, if it was a really serious injury, he would know by now. Absolutely the case. You wouldn't be bouncing up and down the podium with a knee injury. There is no chance. It's probably the worst thing you could actually do. The club doctors would be having panic attacks if they saw Rodri bouncing up and down. So we are not got nothing to worry about, man. We've got nothing to worry about. We're good. Likewise, Quintuple. I watched Jamie Pollock. I watched the first game I ever saw was 2-1 against Swindon, 1994 it was. I actually just tweeted Jan Fjortov this morning, who scored the first goal I ever saw in person, actually, for Swindon, for what it's worth, and he replied, said he remembers the goal well. But yeah, that's the good news. Rodri's absolutely fine. Philippe Melo lost his head, accused Jack Grealish of singing "Ole, Ole" during the game. It's probably just his Brummie accent going, "Oi, oi, oi." It's probably as simple as that, because Jack denied it on Twitter. Jack denied it. Which is funny as anything. Guardiola had some particularly pertinent quotes. He said, "I would like to say we had the feeling we could close a chapter by winning the Club World Cup. We won all the titles and there's nothing else to win. I had a feeling the job was done. It was over. That is a scary quote because it implies like in his head it's done. He said, Enzo helped us to win the treble. Mikel, all my staff and players from day one. Vincent to Kyle as captains, all the players mentioned. Joao, Cole, Riyad Ilke. They helped us to achieve something incredible to be here and play in this tournament. It's most difficult to arrive here, but once we are here, it's performed well. But now it's Christmas time. Buy another book and start to write it again. The last 8 years is over. I feel like what he's trying to say is that this is symbolic and it's the end of an era. And it is. I don't feel like he's saying his era is over, but I'm saying this particular era, we forget about it now and we move on. 8 years of incredible work behind the scenes. I had a feeling all the titles you can win, we've done it. We've got a lot of Premier League titles, the Carabao Cup, repeat a lot of trophies. I love all the trophies he says, by the way. The Carabao is second. Come on, Carabao. Said it's unbelievable. Today we celebrate on the plane, tomorrow we rest. And Goodison Park is not the place to come back, but try and buy a new book and start to write beautiful histories. The players out there are still hungry and motivated. I'm really pleased for many people in the club for many years. I'm not worried about it, man. I think he'll be fine. Jack denied that, by the way, which I enjoyed. He also enjoyed this clip of Grealish there with his personal entourage. He's steaming already, isn't he? I love that. Haaland and Bernardo. Honestly. And look at this, man. Look at that. It's a beautiful day. You're a beautiful man, Pep, and we love you dearly. Is he trying to promote his autobiography? No, I don't think he actually is. He hasn't got an autobiography. He hasn't got one. He's just talking about that chapter in that book is over. One day his autobiography will be incredible, but he's got unofficial like biopics on him, but not a biography, if that makes sense. Either way, Paul Balouse, who wrote it, must be buzzing this morning. Philippe Melo kicking off with Grealish and whatever. I bet all Grealish would have said is like, you didn't have to kick us. I guarantee you. Grealish would have just made a comment about them kicking City players. That's all it would have been. World champions. I mean, look at that photo. World champions. That's what we're facing the reality of now. And this City side, just special, man. Just special. And like, it will never get boring watching the Manchester City side win trophies like this, will it? It never will do. It never will do. We're witnessing the greatest time, and to me, this is the greatest ever English side. It truly is. Like, no English side comes close to what this Manchester City side have achieved. To win a treble, to win the Club World Cup, to win the Super Cup. Look, it's just truly remarkable. No one's ever done it before, you know. It's better than United's treble side by some way, in my opinion. Mainly because we beat them on the way, and now we've won the Club World Cup, and we've done this as well. Won the Super Cup. It's just a remarkable side. And Melo isn't a very mellow guy. You're right, mate. He isn't. Melo is not mellow. It's like Melo is furious. He always is. But it really is the best, in my opinion. When you look at what Guardiola's done, when he's had the Centurions 100 points, and he's had the Formidables when they won all the domestic trophies England has to offer, FA Cup, Premier League, Carabao Cup, Community Shield, won all them in one calendar year. And then, of course, you've got, the 3 in a row as well. And then, of course, you've got the 98-point season, of course, which is the Formidables one. Then you've got, of course, the treble winning season and all that. Guardiola has absolutely just demolished records. He's changed the narrative in England. He's changed the expectations. Guardiola has created an dynasty, in my opinion, which is the single most impressive period of time of any English side. I really believe that's true, hand on heart. Like, what he's done in terms of records and quality of football and trophies, it's just absolutely special. But that's what Pep does. Pep is an intense winning machine, and these are an intense winning machine of players as well. They really are. Like, they're a special side. And to me, I can't deny it. It does fill me a little bit of anxiety, because Pep could just decide tomorrow that this is enough, like what we've seen here, it is enough. Do we need to go again? Does he need to do any more, because everything he's achieved for this Manchester City side, I don't know, man. Like, you might feel it's enough to just move on again. And I didn't really talk much yesterday about the game, by the way, or the individuals, but I want to talk a little bit about Julian Alvarez, for example. Alvarez, like what he's accomplished at Manchester City Football Club and throughout his career in general, it's just ridiculous. I love this video, by the way, here. Marcelo's son asking for a photo of Alvarez. I mean, that legacy, by the way. Alvarez has already become one of the most special footballers in the world. Alvarez there. Marcelo is your dad and you want a photo of Alvarez. Ridiculous. But once again, I'm just trying to find the stats. When you see what he's achieved, he's never lost a final in his career, by the way. He's already completed football. It's quite ridiculous what he's done and what he's accomplished already. He's scored in 6 different competitions as a City player already: Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup, Community Shield, and FIFA Club World Cup. Yeah, I mean that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Like his relentless drive and skill. I mean, here we go. Here's a graphic here. Let me see if I can open this. 1 second. I mean, look at this graphic here. If you can see it, he's won the FIFA World Cup. He's won the FIFA Club World Cup. He's won the Copa America. He's won UEFA Champions League. He's won the Copa Libertadores. The Carnival UEFA Felicima. What's that mean? I'm not sure what that means. Is that maybe I don't know what that is. He's won the UEFA Super League. He's won the Recopa. He's won the Premier League. He's won the FA Cup. He's won the league in Argentina. He's won the Copa Argentina, the Super Copa Argentina, and the Trofeo de Campeones. Don't know what most of them are, but either way, I mean, look at that. That is astonishing. Absolutely astonishing. A ridiculous accomplishment. A ridiculous accomplishment from a man so young. I mean, I don't think it was a coincidence that once again as well, in a big game, he absolutely stepped up and like, 2 beautifully taken goals. The first one was a chest, of course, but the second one, the second one was just ridiculous. The way he stepped past and put it in the bottom corner. Massouma, I think you're downplaying it, mate. Not 90% of professional footballers. We're talking 99.99% of professional footballers. He's in the top 1% of what is possible to achieve. He's won everything you could win in Argentina. He's won everything you could win for playing for Argentina. And he's won everything you can win in Europe now, other than maybe the Europa League and Conference League. You'd have to sort of downgrade where he plays, to get that. Maybe the silver line is if we don't finish top 4 this season, we get in the Europa, we win that next year. I don't know. It's silly. I would. By the way, if we did end up in the Europa League next year, we won't. We'll be absolutely fine. But if we did, I'd be like, I'd be quite excited to try and win it. Do you know what I mean? So, no Community Shield though. Oh, he hasn't. You'll get a Community Shield. Don't you worry. Has he shown you he's not got Community Shield from the season before? Oh no, because he joined in. No, he hasn't, has he? He hasn't been there long. I think January wasn't it when he joined. Ignore me. No, wait. I'm getting the timeline mixed up. No, he's not. He's not. Either way, ridiculous. I mean, they don't even have... Yeah, no, he hasn't won the Community Shield. He'll get that eventually. He hasn't got the Carabao either. That's what he's got to win. Community Shield next year, hopefully. Carabao next year as well at the same time. For me, my player of 2023... Look, it has to be Rodri, doesn't it? It has to be Rodri. Rodri is just stupid. What he's achieved again... let me see if I can find the photo of Rodri there again. But Rodri, he won the Club World Cup Player of the Tournament, Champions League Player of the Season, UEFA Nations League Player of the Tournament. Of course, the winning goal. I mean, our player of the 2023 is easily Rodri. It could be Haaland, of course, as well. It could be Alvarez, could be Stones. But I would say Rodri for me. I mean, a stupidly good footballer. I've not been more nervous about potentially, seeing a player injured. Like, honestly, for a good 20 minutes, I felt indifferent to the game. I felt indifferent to what was about to happen for a good 20 minutes because I felt, you know what, if we've lost Rodri now, that is such a big blow that I don't know how we recover from that for the rest of the season. Thankfully, he's okay, but it did hit me for 6. I did have a sort of moment of clarity before I realised he was okay. I tweeted like, no, actually, regardless of what happens to Rodri, let's just enjoy tonight anyway, because injuries are temporary, but trophies... their memories are permanent, so let's enjoy tonight. And I had that moment of clarity even before it turned out that Rodri's fine. But Rodri, yeah, to me, he's our best of 2023. And Christian, yeah, Pep is the greatest manager of all time. I think he's going to go down as the greatest of all time eventually. Guardiola, I mean, how many trophies has he got, Guardiola? He's catching up to Ferguson, isn't he? He's catching up to him. Let me find the stat. I saw it earlier. There we go. So Guardiola, I saw this earlier. Guardiola's got 37 trophies. I'll show you now. 37 trophies in 14 years. Ferguson has 49 in 39 years as a manager. Look, Guardiola, if he stays another 5 seasons, he'll catch up with that. I really believe that's true. Like, he needs 12 more trophies to catch up to Ferguson as the all-time most successful manager. All it takes for him is another... Look, if he does another 10 years, he'll get another 15 to 20 trophies. And that'll be ridiculous. He'll be... If he's not over 60 trophies, it's because he's retired early. He's on another level, Guardiola. There is no one like Guardiola. Absolutely no one. A stupid rate of success. The greatest of all time. I really believe that. I don't think anyone comes close to him. I think what he does, what he's achieved, is on another level to anyone else. And look, I say it all the time, but once again, we are living the best ever era to be a City fan. So just enjoy it. Guys, 9 more subscribers. We can do it. Go on, get your backup accounts out. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get that to tick over to 68,900 if we can. Go for it. It feels good. And when you see Man City's header this morning, look at Man City's header, by the way. Champions of the world. It's just what dreams are made of, isn't it? It really is. This City side. It's just a shame. It is a shame. Gundogan's not there, and Haaland, De Bruyne weren't playing, and Doku or someone, but they were there involved, weren't they? Were they on the podium? I don't think they were they? That's such a shame, by the way. Pep in a suit, by the way. Honestly, if Pep could wear a suit every single week, I'd be a very happy man. I'd be a ridiculously happy man. Because to me, he's our greatest. What do we do? How do we honour Pep, by the way? I agree with Wickerman, by the way. Hit the like and become a member. It's a good community here. It's massively appreciated. All the members. I want to say thank you, by the way, to everyone who else supported the channel this year. All the members, all the Patreons, all the watchers, all the likers. It's just, you essentially keep me able to do this as a job, We chat about football. I chat about football to you guys, and it's an honour. And because of you guys, I've been able to be at home as well the first year of life of my son with him. And that, I'm a very privileged person, and it does mean a lot. I don't know how long I'll be able to do this for forever, but, maybe a few more years, I don't know. But what I do know is that you've given me the best opportunity a person could ever wish for, to be able to do this and talk about football. And I will never, ever forget that. It's just the best feeling. It really is. And, I've had some ups and downs personally. It's quite an introverted job as well, weirdly. I sometimes miss having colleagues, and miss sort of being out in the world a little bit more. But either way, chatting to you guys, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. So thank you very much. Absolutely. Thank you so much for enabling this and letting me do this for a living. It's a special job, and you guys are wonderful people. Thank you so much. Just a lovely community. It really is. Dash Mesh as well. Legend says, still buzzing with the win yesterday. Hopefully it sparks our season back on track in the Premier League. Well, that's the thing. I do think winning is infectious. I do think the greats want to win. I do think the best sides, they get motivated by the success, like that feeling. It's an addiction. You want to chase it, don't you? You want more trophies. You want more, and ultimately as well, you forget trophies. They get paid really well. The more trophies that come in, the better they get paid. And now you've got Erling Haaland there. With his medal there as well. He'll want to be involved again, on his own terms. He'll want to win another Champions League, so he gets to actually come and play in the tournament next time. I don't know. I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy. I don't think we'll replace Phillips, by the way, in January. Absolutely no chance. We're not going to go near transfer window. Guardiola's pretty much. I just don't think we will. I think we'll crack on without him, which is crazy because our squad is already so small. But that's what Guardiola does. Is this our greatest ever side, by the way? I mean, if it's our greatest ever year, I don't think it's even debatable at this point. Thank you, Dash Mesh. It's very kind of you, mate. It's been a long road, but I'm here with you guys. It's great. Look at this guy. Just look, Rodri. Look at him. Walking off with the trophy in his hand. It's what you... I mean, look at that. Aura. A worse season than Pep. No League Cup and Community Shield. Yeah, absolutely. What a failure. I don't know. I'm just trying to take it all in. Yeah, wonderful. Just a remarkable time. Lovely stuff. And I was just watching now. I'll show you now on Twitter. I'll show you my Twitter now. This morning, I replied to Jan Fjortov, the ex-footballer. I replied to him this morning. He did a post about goals, and I said to him, the first ever goal I scored was at Main. The first ever goal I saw in person was at Main Road. He scored it actually, and he remembers it as well. But I was 8 years old then. He remembers it. And someone replied to him saying, "Ben, if you're watching, mate, he remembered it." And he tagged Brian Horton in it. And I loved Brian Horton. He was the first manager I saw at City that I remember, and that team that we played was really good football. And I agree with Ben. I mean, it's crazy to think we come from there, by the way, to where we are now. Like, just to have those two like parts of my life tied together like this today, with the guy who scored the first goal, but the manager liking that interaction there. Yeah, I'm going to reply to Brian Horton in a bit, actually, because he's tagged into that thread. But Brian Horton, Brian Horton, if you don't know, by the way, was our manager in 1994 when I started watching Man City in person. And the football we played was attacking. It was really good. We had Uwe Rosler. We had, obviously, David Rocastle was in that side. And he signed, people, Peter Beagrie and Paul Walsh, and he signed, not the Blooming Rising Paul Walsh, if you remember him, a different one. We also had, who else did we have in that side? We signed Nicky Summerby, actually, who played in that game that I've just linked to as well. We had Keith Kerr, and we had the Brightwells and everything. I just love that side. It was great fun. And it's a great era. It's turned around massively, and it's crazy that this is where we're at now. Nunes has been great as well last 2-3 games. He's looking really like he's getting... Nunes looks like he's starting to adapt into life at Manchester City Football Club. I think he's got a lot more to add to his game right now, Rohit. But I've been really encouraged by which way he's going. But guys, I just wanted to jump on and do a quick chat this morning because I'm feeling happy. For now, though, I'm going to go for a walk with the family. Enjoy the morning and get the fresh air of the Saturday morning out and go to the park with a little guy. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, we are champions of the world. This is a wonderful time to be a City fan, and I'm absolutely buzzing. I love you all loads, and I'll do another video later. In a bit, bye-bye.